is a positive development, and we need to keep working on that.
Alok
As I said, Susanna, if I may,
we're
just
trying
say
to get an answer on it, but we're getting different answers, and I'm not sure we're getting a clearer picture. But I wonder if you can give us a clear picture, because this is something that viewers are very focused on. COVID does not take a day off. Why is the government briefing papers that there may be 5 days over Christmas when we can all get together with our families at a time in lockdown when we're a day after 600 deaths were announced? Are we going to have a 5-day break over Christmas?
Well, look, can I be clear on this point? So what we have said is that we will come out of national restrictions in England on the 2nd of December. We will then go into the tiering system. We will set out close to the 2nd of December precisely how this will work. I do think that at this stage, none of us can predict where this infection is going to go, particularly in different parts of the country. I think it's too early to talk about precisely where we might be at Christmas. But of course, I want to have as normal a Christmas as possible. I want to have members of my family around that Christmas table. Your viewers will want the same as well. And the best way of making sure that we have that is to bear down on this virus. We've managed to get, because of sacrifice people have made, the infection rate back down to anywhere between 1 and 1.2 in terms of the R rate. We need to keep doing all the basic things, washing our hands, covering our faces, and of course maintaining social distance. We need to keep doing that, and then let's see where we get to. But I think we all accept this is not a normal year by any stretch of the imagination, but I hope that there will be some form of normality as we get to Christmas. But I think it's too early to say.
Why are you so keen to save Christmas when we've just had a lockdown in the last few weeks, which meant that other religions and their religious festivals in this country were not able to happen? There was no desperation by the government to save them. Why is it just the Christians that you care about?
Well, actually, Christmas is a time when families come together, irrespective of their denomination, for a holiday. I personally am a Hindu. My wife is a Christian. We celebrate Christmas. So I don't think this is anything about a particular religion, but it is a time of a holiday for lots of people. And of course, quite rightly, they want to come together with their families, and we want to have some normality.
They do, Mr.
I think it's too early to say.
They do, but this obsession the government has with getting headlines about Boris saving Christmas and 5-day holiday at Christmas, I don't get it. I don't get it. The infection, the number of cases are going up. The death numbers are going up every day to scary levels again, back to the first wave of this back in March, April, May. I don't get why the government's so desperate to get positive headlines about Christmas, when in fact, what you may end up doing is encouraging everybody to get together at Christmas, then cause a massive new surge of cases, huge new pressure on the health service. Would it not be time for a bit of tough love from the government, where Boris Johnson has a gumption to look out to the British people and say, I'm really sorry about this, but we're going to have to get really tough until this vaccine, which is coming, is up and running. We are going to have to be really tough here. And if that means we have to stay in our own houses at Christmas, so be it. I would rather hear that. I'd rather hear some honesty, which makes sense with the public health situation that is unfurling right now, than a load of nonsense trumped up to make us feel good about opening, Christmas pies and whatever and turkey on Christmas Day. It seems to me a PR stunt that bears no relation to the reality on the ground of what is happening with the second wave.
Well, Piers, I've come on here as the government representative this morning. I've said to you that we'll be coming out of national restrictions on the 2nd of December, going into tiering. We will set out more details close to the 2nd of December. It's too early to say precisely where we will be at Christmas. I want to have as normal a Christmas as possible, but, we are now in the middle of November. We're talking, over a month to go to that particular point. Actually, in terms of being level with the British public, we've always been level with the British public. Press conference after press conference, we as cabinet ministers have stood up and we've made the point that we will do whatever it takes to keep people safe. That's why we moved into national restrictions. As I said, there is an impact. We are managed to get this R rate suppressed, but we need to all keep doing our bit.
Can I ask you about a particular group of people who we have highlighted on this programme over